Good day, everyone. I'm Engconn, along with my trusty little sidekick, Chibarashka, my ever-faithful, quiet companion who keeps me company while I'm gaming. And today we've got a real special treat that we're going to look at the overview and a little bit of the heads up on the game Caliber, which is still in beta, and we're going to look at the interface a little bit today, and we'll probably do one quick tutorial with one of the characters just for the gameplay aspect. And I will give you my opinions a little bit about the game itself, because I will say now that I do like it, but one of the things that I didn't like about it was the interface value. I logged in about 6 different times to understand what I could click or not click or navigate through the game part. It was a little bit confusing for me, but once I figured it out, it makes it easier. So part of this video is going to do just that for you. So to turn things off, this will be a free-to-play game, though it will be, if you spend money, of course, you'll be getting the perks. So like example, we have the premium. So if you go on to the premium, and where you see up here where I have my 450, when I first loaded up, they gave me a little bit of a reward. But if you spend 250 for one day, you're going to get this 100% XP, 20% of the premium fire team. For your battles, you'll get XP for the allies and 50% towards your battle task and rewards, or task rewards, which are your dailies. So if you will be spending money on the game, that'll be up to you, but it is totally unnecessary. So normally you might want a skin or maybe something down the road, but unless you'll be a true avid player, the money option is there. But you can successfully play through leveling like most other games. If you want to do it much faster, pay to win, pay to play. Guys, go ahead, spend your bucks, but I'm going to enjoy the game otherwise. So for some people, it's a downfall. For some people, well, it'll be enjoyable. Here we have the coins and the new operators. If you click on these, it sets you up to a new window where you actually spend real money, so you can pay money to buy these coins. Now, as example in the left here, we see Sterling, and here he's got 3,500. So you can only spend money to get him. So that means you will have to buy coins. Where on the other hand is Bishop. You can earn these credits in game. So some of the characters you're able to do so. And same thing with Watson. Only real money will get these characters for you. Okay. So the navigation part where I had difficulty with when I first started was went to HQ, looked at it and said, hey, what do I do? What do I click? I had no idea. So for instance, I've played a little bit to have a kind of an understanding of how it works, and this here is my level for this part. I'm on customization, and see you get a reward, a little bit of money reward. I haven't got any medals, and it goes all the way through. And of course I could spend money and boost these up, as well as they award medals for different little things and so forth. So that'd be the profile. Then you have your operator, and under the operator it gives you the abilities of your damage and control. And even looking at this, until I actually put the mouse over the icon, I got to realize sort of what things were happening. And then at the same time, as you're leveling up your operator, you got this ability. I got the ability to be plus 1 second on a headhunter, able to carry 1 more magazine. Now I've got the better scope, and now I'm almost to the grenade. So the rewards as you're playing and battling, and all of these are leveling up your character, and so on and so forth. So I learned about that. And then there was reserve, mid pack 2. I'm thinking, what? Okay, clicked on it, and well, there you go. So if you spend your credits, like example here, you can spend 100 credits. Oh, I can get an extra magazine. So I click on that, and now when I'm playing, I can get these little resources, but when I use them in the battle, they don't replenish. So here I have 2 med packs. I can, I think I put 5 if I want, but you're actually spending this. So for everything you spend in credits, you won't be able to buy something maybe you need to go for one more extra battle. So that's something to think. At least here they put the, hey, you can close the window icon. So that was really confusing for me as well. Okay, and now of course they got operators, and here we have the assaults, we have the support, we have the medic, and the sniper, which I'm currently playing the sniper, and I have 36,460 credits, which I turned around and spent a couple of hundred to buy the little extra reserves for in-game play. And like example, I can buy Strelock for 37.5. Some characters are locked out, and as you see, guys, it is in beta, so there is still 3 or 4 characters here that they haven't completed yet. And some characters you can buy by credit. Some of them you need, like Monk, you need money, and Watson, you need money, and Sterling, you need money. Kit, you'll need money, you know. But I think with the other chances or variables like Volk and Svarog and Almaz and Dead, I mean, you know, these other characters I think you can play for credits and really enjoy the game. So I think this will be quite well. And then of course they give you the Poland and German and American and the British. So some of these heroes you can choose if you have a preference or what have you. Okay, so I just basically gave us these first 4 recruits, and I took this one because I haven't decided on picking which character that I want. So I can, but when I go to the estate, it's locked out for no archer, but I can at least get something from Poland or something from Germany at this point. Nothing from America yet. So the operators, as you're leveling up, you can get this as well. And then they also have the what operator, I did this one already. They also have the customization, which of course I have nothing here. So right now it's standard. Only got the standard fatigue, you know, like it's like nothing has changed because of the different skins, and I mean it's all the same. Okay, and then the helmet, of course, I only have the mask. And then of course we have got the greeting for the emotes. Most of the rare emotes you do have to spend money for, so if you really want to, are you mad or watching you or incomprehensive, I guess if you're playing with somebody with another language, hey, I don't understand what you're saying, man, right? Like, I guess that could be helpful for 200 coins, I suppose. But, or you can have no way, rest, rock, paper, scissors, negative, and triumph. So if you want to buy these ones, they don't cost money. You can earn them in game via the credit system. And the last one, they got the coup de grace, which they have 4 of them. And they give you the evil surgeon, so you just walk up and stab them like that. We could try another view. You just, you know, stab them like that. Yeah, okay. Exclusive is locked out, or if you want the last embrace, right? That's like your chokehold. You got to pay for that one. This is Carcad, and just multiple stabbies. Okay, so I'm okay with the evil surgeon if you get a chance to do that. Still looks pretty wicked. Okay. Alright, so, and basically as you're leveling up, you'll get this opportunity as well. And then we have your counts, and now we have the option that we can have replays enabled, and your files, maps if you wanted to record. We also have the favorites, so if you end up playing with people, or you have your own, if you end up making your own committed team to play a couple times a week, as example, you can have your list and you guys get together. Your list is already created, and we'll go through this one in a second because this is the list of what was a little confusing when it started. Then you got the settings. So when you go to settings, you have back to gamer settings, and you have the ability to set your resolutions, your defaults, and the lazen quality. You can do all of this, low, high, distortions. That's your whatever you want to do on this one. Then you have your audio, which I've kind of preset mine a little bit. Effect on mask, headgear on voice, mute when minimizing. You can choose whatever options. And like most games, the controls are pretty normal. Sensitivity, I'm running around 50%. I might bring mine down to maybe 25, not so sensitive. And then you can have your bound keys if you wanted to change your hotkeys. Or else they give you the standard crouch, stand, sprint, throw grenades. Very easy controls. At least with here, I was pretty happy about this. For a guy my age, I can understand how to work a lot of this. And then you have your context actions of item on the map. Usually E does all activations. Use reserve, press 4. Choose what you need. You can resuscitate an ally or heal them. Finish off as the V is that coup de grace, and leap an obstacle, space bar. It's like no jumping in the game. You just climb stuff or go upstairs or in holes or underneath something. Lay down, crouch. And you got your command menu and emotes. And then you have your general hits. And so everything pretty straightforward, most of these. And if you're going to do your recordings, you can have your cinematic cameras, turn it on, toggle it on and off. And also after you're dead, guys, which just was really cool, I love the spectate player. So if you're down and you're finished and your partners are still up, you can actually go inside their head and watch what they're doing. It's pretty cool. So you're not sitting here going, oh man, I gotta wait 5 minutes while the battle's going. At least you get a little entertainment, okay? So then we press the escape key, we go back to game, and that's where the settings here, and this is your notifications window for whatever. But the one I want to get into is the highlights of the game. So they got the welcome to Caliber, and this is it, guys. It's not these Counter-Strikes and all of this. It is a game about teamwork. It is about not a personal score, not to see who can kill the most guys. The whole point is to stay alive. So when you're brought to a DZ, like drop zone, you know, in real life, they give you so much ammo, a couple of guns, a knife, backpack, couple rations of food, and they say survive. Okay, well, the game is kind of the same. Now, you can't go up and pick up an enemy's weapon and blah blah. You got to reserve. And the map itself, you got some objectives, a lot of ground to cover, and the cash boxes I really like because they have a time limit. You can't just go refill your ammo and go up there and shoot like crazy. And this is why I like Caliber, is the fact there's a little bit of teamwork really involved, and which is kind of strange for me because a few times that I've played so far, I see everybody, one going off to the east, one going off to the north, one going straight, and I go on into and say, who am I following? Who am I supporting? You know, like, and I don't know why people are running off. We're not coordinating and working together. And then all of a sudden, one guy's down, another guy's down because the other team, all four together, working together. So this is one of the highlights of this game. And it seems that from a lot of negativity I've seen from the internet, is one of the things they don't like is the fact that it's tactical. They can't show off the best scores, and they can't pick up ammo because I'm running out of ammo. Yeah, because you're going, Rambo! Yeah, because if you have no ammo, you're dead, right? So come on, guys. This is what makes the game fun, okay? So you need good aim. Fast running will not save you without combat-wise tactical. And I've seen Counter-Strike, and I don't like these Counter-Strikes and these other kinds of games because it's just who can move the fastest, who's clicking on the key. This one, it's a little bit of planning. You can hide and crouch, draw out people. It should be really, really fun. So this is what makes Caliber, for me, enjoyable. The only thing I didn't like, as I said, was how the interface is, because I didn't know what to press, what to click, and it was just a little bit difficult. And then you get your account level and things, you get your rewards. Then they got the game mode. So they got clearing, special operations, and showdown. So you start going from bots to real people. And as I understand for myself, I can play with bots till a level 11. Then I can get into the competitive mode. And I have played with my level 6 character with a friend who has the level 13, and all got one-shotted because we're just like, poof, that's it. There was nothing because their levels were much higher. So really don't go into the battle form until you're at least level 13, and even this level 13 was getting one-shotted. So there is some players on here in beta that are quite high. They just sit back and, we'll just sit here and snipe them out. So you know, there's no fairness, plus you don't get to see what level's on the other team either. So you can have somebody level 3 and 3 guys at level 30. So it makes it a little bit interesting as well. So if you start shooting at someone and his health bar is not going down, you's in trouble, okay? All right. Then got playing the fire team. So here we have this add friends to list, and then the commander of the team can select and choose the battles. We also have the progression, as I mentioned. We level up, we get our credits, and you start getting these abilities. And the more you save, we can buy other operatives. There's the reserves that I spent a little money. So in each battle, you can have any of these operations. When you press 4, icon comes up, and you can choose what you want. In-game currency, 1 gold equals 12 credits. Well, I'm pretty much not going to be spending money on this. I'm going to be earning the credits and earning my way up to the top. So I mean, this is the way that I like to play. So unless there's a real nice treat or a present or something just absolutely is fantastic, I will buy. All right, then we have the showdown mode. Now the showdown mode is, well, we don't know. You can be any level in the game, guys. You can have like level 25 and a level 12 and a level 7 all on one team. It doesn't matter. So the showdown mode, it could be quite unbalanced. So it's really nice if you have a team, try to be in the same level, work together. And if it takes 3 of you to shoot at one guy, then coordinate your assault accordingly. Communication with other players, guys. I did kind of like this, but of course, because the game is made by the Russian companies who's made the world of tanks, warships, and warplanes, of course, the dominant players that I've come across have been either speaking in Russian and or German, so they hear the activate the G. Well, when I play this, I'd maybe rather be on Discord or maybe TeamSpeak. I mean, you could use the in-game chat; it's available. But for me, unless you're all speaking the same language, to me, I think just Discord may be better. But it's available. I've tried it. It works okay. But if you understand who you're playing with, because from the list right now, we're getting random people joining the team. When you don't have your own full team, they find somebody on the server, and most likely it'll be speaking German, Russian, or Polish. So if you don't know this language, it'll be difficult to understand. So Discord is maybe the better option. So that's the other part that may be a good suggestion. And then for the operators, well, we showed about the customizing. You can change the helmet suits as you're going on. Purchasing, we went through the tutorial already on that. And then, of course, the game does have a daily task, so which changes every 8 hours. One comes available, and you're allowed to replace one of them per day. So, but every 8 hours, a new one comes. So. And as I understood, there's about 3 of them per day, and tasks can be variable things. Just like most games, it's random, and you may want to do it or not want to do it, like win 3 battles, or kill 3 guys with a coup de grace, or burn all 5 clips of your gun. I have no idea, but the tasks will be variable. And I've also completed one so far, which I got 3 out of 3. So. Then you can have emblems, and some are earned, some are purchased, things like this, and you have assistants and things like that. And I can't click on them because they're only pictures. And then you get, of course, again, the customization that we went through. They've got animations, which we work out from here, which we had looked at it already. Now the refilling ammunition, guys, which is interesting because when you go to the map, it'll tell you that the ammo box after being used may not reset for 15 minutes, or it may not reset for 8 minutes or 5 minutes. You don't know. So here it says where and when you can fill your ammo. So usually in the game they'll say you got to do 2 or 3 objectives, and there's usually an ammo box at the end of the objective and possible of 1 refill. So depending on how intense the fighting is. And I had one map where we went through almost 2/3 of the map and finally found an ammo box, and even I ran out of ammo, and I was killing people, with at least a 75% hit rate. I still ran out of ammo. So it took a little bit of thinking and coordination. So depending on the level, the ammo box, this is why it's important. The bullets you have, grenades you got, and whatever, you use them where you need them, really. All right. Visible and concealed targets, if they're marked, the allies are blue, enemies are red, typical. Smoke conceals targets, so if you get the ability to make a smoke bomb and run away or do things, I mean, it has some abilities. The reloading is pretty straightforward. If you don't empty your gun, you can put a full clip, but what's left goes over and empty. And in the situation, you start off in the game with 4. Like for instance, I got 5 now because of the ability. Then you have here, it simply shows you if you're red, it's effective hit. If it's white, it's suboptimal. It's okay, you'll get some damage, but if you're not quite close enough, and each character you pick has a range, which is interesting. So maybe your assault is good within 40 meters, and maybe the sniper is better at 80 meters, right? But then your support is maybe good at only 20 meters, like depending on the weapon you have. So if you see that you don't have red, you're going to be hitting, but not as good as you could be if you were red. Okay, and they also got open sights, and then they have the stamina bar, which replenishes over time. So if you start running and sprinting, you need time to warm up because it does affect your shooting and your ability to move. And using of cover guys, they've got bricks and boxes and walls, and but if you see a can, don't hide behind the truck. Okay, that's pretty important. Then the survivability, of course, as I said, I got one-shotted. My health bar was at 80 and just one shot, 80 gone. So part of it's due to your defense and, you know, basically the leveling of your character. You get a little bit of percentage reduction and things like that, okay? But armor does not protect against poisoned and damage to unarmored targets and damage to armored targets. So you can see the significant difference here. That's about 20-25%, so it does make a difference. We also have the incapacitated. Now, there's a time limit on this too, guys, that if you get one-shotted, you're incapacitated, you're instant dead. You can't even move, do nothing. But there is a point in the game where is that you're getting right to that last part. You can move and crawl and get out of line of fire, but after a period of time, you start dying slowly because you're incapacitated. So either it will be instant, and then the medic, of course, will resuscitate. Everybody can resuscitate everybody, but of course the medic is, you know, the true healer. And of course the resuscitation, and you also have to have this in your kit, guys. If you don't have this in your inventory when you start the match, you don't have any resuscitation, and your partner says, help me, oh, I forgot to buy the needle, man. Well, okay, then you just didn't help your team strategically, right? So it should maybe worth to spend 100 or 200 of the credits, keep these in stock, okay? And then the command menu, the teams can communicate. So if you press C and you say, hey, everybody, you know, they'll put an icon up here and say, let's concentrate. There's somebody here, let's draw them out. So you can follow the points of attention on the map. And then we have the objectives, which is done by the triangle. Capturing zones, you got to stay in a place and be ready to complete any objective, which it's randomity, and I like this too. There could be 3 things to do, or 5 things to do, or 7 things to do. And some of the maps were longer, some of them were a little bit shorter. So it is quite fun, guys. So I mean, for the rating, the concept and idea, I love this a lot, and it's 4 on 4. And really good teamwork. So this is definitely something that I would recommend. So this is a light tutorial and overview of how the HUD works in the game, at least to get a sense of what's going on, because when I went here, I was clicking here and there, and I really didn't understand where to go. So, and to here, now you also click on this bar here, and it shows you marksman and assault. So through the tutorial, I still need to do 2 more, or sorry, 1 more from here. I need either one, and then a joint effort. So this is like the dailies as well, and granted every 8 hours, 1 can be replaced, but the replacement is once a day. Okay, and then when you go to the training mode here, you have the clearing, which is here every 5 minutes. You can only take ammo every 5 minutes. You're against bots. You can have the combat mode, which are stronger, but here it's level 11. After a level 11, you can get into now the showdown, where you are fighting with real people. But you see this, ammunition every 15 minutes. So the battle can be drawn out by everybody running and hiding and trying to catch moving targets, wasting your bullets. And so, I mean, it could be a short game, it could be a long game, but it's really, really good. And I'm going to make a quick video later today on the sniper and for the training aspect to show you what each of the characters will do. So there'll be one for the assault, one for the support, one for the medic, and one for the sniper, which I will make and give a slight overview on that. And then of course this is your add to your team, so anybody who's playing on your list or your friended, you can choose or make your list. So Caliber, guys, I think is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I'm definitely hoping that in the nearest future, when it does get a full release, by then I have a couple of teams that I'm able to have some groups that we can enjoy each other. I probably, or most likely, will be making some videos on this, and especially some of the what TF moments and things like that, and bloopers and blunders. Possibly we'll be live streaming this too. We'll see how it goes and the interest that we get. So anyhow, you can check out the site for trying to have the beta on the site for playing on the EU server, which I will put in the links below. Check them out, and if there's any questions or anything like that, or would like to have the opportunity to maybe play in beta with me, we can make an arrangement and contact me accordingly via Discord and what have you. So this is it for now, guys, the best that I can do. So this is a positive review. The only negative is the interface was a little bit very, very difficult for me to navigate, but as you see, I kind of understood it and it's quick, but the game itself is quite enjoyable. So please comment, like or dislike, subscribe if you wish, or check out my other videos. Look forward to the communication, and I'll put some descriptions and links below, and look forward to hearing from you. So until the next video, the tutorial on the sniper, peace out.